Hey everybody, welcome back to my little views from Tubertown. Today we're going to talk again about a little aspect of my life that isn't so pretty. When I was young, growing up through the sixth grade, I was fortunate. I was part of the upper clique, right? The country club guys, that sort of thing. My dad was popular, my mom was popular, I was popular, you know. And therefore, I became a stuck up little son of a gun. I was not the greatest guy you'd ever want to meet. I would run over people's feelings without ever thinking twice about it. And I still do this to this day to a degree, particularly with my wife and my family. I will run over them without even thinking about it. And it's terrible and it's horrible that I do this. But I can't help myself. It's just part of me. I don't know where it comes from, but it's just there. But by the end of the sixth grade, I had gotten to a point where I wasn't real comfortable in my own skin. And I was at the bowling alley playing pinball, and this guy came in and started asking me some questions, and I was just nasty to him. I was just as rude and mean as you could possibly be. And afterward, I'm like, why? Why were you such a jerk? What were you doing? I couldn't rationalize it. There was no way I could come up with an excuse for why I was such a jerk. You know, and I felt bad about it. I really did. It haunted me. And a month or so later, we're sitting in class, and it turns out somebody has written one of the girls in the class, in the sixth grade class, this terrible, terrible letter. Just horrible. Now, I never got to actually read the letter or see it. They wouldn't let me. But from all I can gather, it was just a really horrible, nasty letter. It was anonymous, and everyone just assumed I was the guy who had written it. Right? Because I was the guy who, at that time, you had these little ID bracelets, and you'd give you, hey, girl, you want to wear my ID bracelet to be my girlfriend? You did this all the time, And I had done it with her recently, this girl. And they just thought, oh, it's you because you just do this like it's candy, I tried to defend myself, but I couldn't. And I realized, wow, everybody sees me this way. And I see me this way. This is not good. Excuse me. So I committed to myself to try to change, to become more humble, to become, more sympathetic, more empathetic to the people around me, that sort of thing. And I started to change. It was slow and it was hard, but I did, I think, over time, become a better person than I was at that moment in time. Did I ever really get rid of my entire streak of potential nastiness and stubbornness and just, cockiness, being full of myself? No. Unfortunately, I didn't. Maybe that's a trait of my mother, since my mother was kind of a my way or the highway, and that spilled into me, and I was like that too. I don't know, but that's a dark side of me I don't like. I never have, but it's there, and I just can never seem to control it and get rid of it. So that's that little part. It was not a great period of my life, but it was a moment in time that I thought I should remember and pass on in these videos. So hope it's worth something to somebody. Thanks, peace, and hang 10.